Hi, this is Jan Newton from Newton Custom Interiors. Today I'm going to show you how to make a gathered ruffle. We've got our sample of a gathered ruffle here that I made earlier. In this sample I used a single layer fabric for the ruffle, and I made a small hem at the bottom edge, and the other edge is where I did my gathers. This application works well if you're doing a dust ruffle or gathering for a skirt waistband, or just making a ruffle for a piece of clothing. If you're making a ruffle for a pillow, I prefer to use this method, where I've simply folded a piece of fabric in half so I have a nice folded edge on the bottom, and then I have my face fabric is on both sides, so the pillow is reversible. I'm going to show you two different ways to make the gathers for your ruffle. In both cases, I would recommend that you somehow finish this edge where you're going to be working with the ruffles a lot, especially if your fabric frays easily. In this sample, I have serged this top edge, and in this sample, I have used pinking shears to finish off the raw edge. The first method I'm going to show you uses a straight stitch line, and I've set my machine at my longest setting to make these stitches. I've stitched two sets of lines that are about an eighth of an inch apart, and I'm staying within my seam allowance. So my stitch line to attach the ruffle to the other piece of material will be over here on the outside edge of these two stitch lines. I have left a long tail of all my threads on both ends, and to make the gather, I simply knot the tails at one end. So I'll do that again to show you. Simply take all four threads and make a knot. This prevents your thread from pulling all the way through while you're pulling the gathers. At your other end, just take the top two threads, if you can hold on to them. Okay, take the top two threads and you simply pull the threads, creating the gathers. So it's very easy to do. If you don't, or if you have a zigzag machine, I prefer to use this method. I think that it pulls a little easier. So in this method, I've just used a long zigzag stitch, and I've zigzagged over a piece of dental floss. I like to use unwaxed dental floss. The dental floss works well because it's very strong. I have left a long tail at each end again of threads and my dental floss. And to make the gathers for this type of ruffle, you simply take your threads and your dental floss on one end and make a knot so that your dental floss does not pull all the way through as you're pulling it. So I've got my knots at one end. At my other end, I'm simply going to hold on to the dental floss, keeping my threads out of the way. I don't want to pull on my threads this time. I just want to pull on the dental floss. So you simply pull and gather the fabric, and it pulls very easily. And that's how you make a gathered ruffle.